top half, so I did it in like long sections. And now it's time for the makeup. My eyebrows are already filled in and the tutorial will be linked in the info box. So first I started off by priming my eyelids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Lemon Drop, and I like this because it brightens and neutralises my eyelids. I also put it on my under eyes to stop any creasing there as well. Grabbing some post-it stickies, I put these onto the outer edges of my eyes. You totally don't have to use this, you can use like a credit card or even some paper if you like, but this is just easier for me when I'm filming. And then I took Faint, which is from the Naked Basics 1 palette, and put that all over my eyelids. And this is just like a really neutral colour, which was really nice because I was going for a bit of a coloured flick eye look. For the crease, I'm going in with a bronzer, which is actually a Sephora press powder in a couple of shades darker than my skin tone, and just working that into the crease, just to give my eyes a bit more dimension. Oh, and I will link everything that I've used in this tutorial in the info box, so please don't forget to check that out. And now for the highlight for my eyes, I used my favourite Mary Luminizer powder and just applied that onto my brow bone. My Indian outfit actually had some cobalt blue in it, so I took Chaos, which is from the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I started lining my eyes like you can see here and blending it in to my eyelid, just so it looks like a flick, like an eyeliner flick, and really working the colour in and building the colour up to exactly how much I wanted it. You don't want to go too far into your eyelid with this colour because you want it to look like it's a coloured eyeliner flick type thing. And just to darken that up a little bit, I'm using Contrast, which is a shade from MAC, and just going over the outer parts of that, just so that it's not like a flat blue colour. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's got like a bit of like a gradient to it, so it's not just like all one colour. Now it's time to take the stickies off, and like you can see here, I'm gonna go and line my my top lash line, and I'm just going in with like just your normal cat eye flick, and it's quite good because you can just follow the line that we created previously, so it's kind of like a guide. And then taking Perversion by Urban Decay, I'm doing the usual tight lining of my upper waterline, and try and sharpen the pencil because I really just poked my eyeball there. Here I've just added a little bit of the bronzer into the crease just to warm it up a slight bit. And then taking this Makeup Forever mascara, I'm going to be curling my eyelashes one by one and then applying the mascara onto them. So I actually find that this works a lot better than curling your eyelashes and then putting mascara on them afterwards, because your eyelashes are almost freshly curled, so they look much better. And the curlers totally took some eyeliner off, so I'm just fixing that up here so that there's no like random gaps in it. As you can probably see, I've got some kind of breakouts on my chin area, so I'm using this MUA Pro Base and using the green shade just to neutralise any redness in that area. I know it looks really random, but when we go in with the Face and Body foundation by MAC and the L'Oreal Magic Lumi, and putting that on with a beauty blender, it really hides any kind of redness in that area. So I love doing this whenever I get out with like a random breakout. It's a really nice way of covering them up. So onto concealing and highlighting, I'm using my favourite combo, the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer and the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and lots of people ask me how I use this, so I twist it up and then I literally dip it into the pot. So I thought I'd show you because I do get lots of questions on it. And then I'm applying it in the usual triangle shape underneath my eyes, on my chin, down the centre of my nose, my cupid's bow, and also my forehead. And then I'm not forgetting the parts just above my jawline just to highlight that, because we are going to do some contouring. And then just blending that all in with my beauty blender again. A lot of people ask me how I use the beauty blender, and I use it damp, so it's big, damp, wet and spongy, and it blends amazingly. And then I used the banana powder by Ben Nye just to set the areas that we highlighted. And this has to be my favourite setting powder because nothing creases. So for a contour I'm using this Makeup Revolution matte blush stick in the shade Malibu, and I'm getting a concealer brush and then just drawing the areas that I want to contour. So these are the hollows of my cheeks, my hairline and my jawline. And then blending that all in with a beauty blender. And this is the first time me using this, and I really enjoyed using this blush stick as a contour. It's really easy to blend and it looks really good on the skin. And then for bronzer I'm using the Too Faced bronzer, and this is in the shade Milk Chocolate because I didn't want something too dark. But I wanted it to look nice and golden and sun-kissed. Just so that the bronzer wasn't looking too warm on my skin, I did go in with a little bit of the Revolution Delicious eyeshadow just to cool it up a little bit, and because I guess you could say I'm a little bit obsessed with this contour shade. And then I used a nude eyeliner by Rimmel and lined my lower lash line. I was about to say waterline just then. No wait, it is waterline. I lined my lower waterline with that. And then took the same Sephora bronzed powder. Oh my god, I really cannot talk today. That same Sephora pressed powder, and then I'm just lining my lower lash lines with this. And then going in with the same Makeup Forever mascara and then putting that onto my bottom lashes. And because my outfit is pink, I wanted to go in with the Clinique Berry Pop blusher, and I'm just applying that onto the apples of my cheeks, and I love this colour because it's just the right amount of bright pink on your cheeks, especially for winter. And then for highlights I'm using my Mary Luminizer again and just applying that on to the high points of my cheeks. So first on my lips I used the Melted Too Faced liquid lipstick in the shade Fig, and just put that all over my lips and then blended it with my finger because I didn't want it to be too much of a opaque colour. And that's because I was going to add some Candy Yum Yum by MAC on top, and I'm just putting that into the centre part of my lips and again blending that in because I did not want it to be too bright because I did have colour going on my eyelids. I then popped on a navy blue bindi to match my eyes. And then last but not least, to finish my makeup off, I set my face with the Tarte setting powder. Now that the makeup is done, it was time to take all of the grips out of my hair. And all I did here was I started from the bottom and started taking all of the grips out and working my way up all the way to the top. The curls are really curly, but then after about an hour or so they do drop and it just looks like you've had a big bouncy blow dry. So it's one really quick and easy way to cheat and do a DIY blow dry at home without actually having to blow dry your hair. And then right at the end, once I'd taken all of the grips out, I ran my fingers through it just so that the hair was nicely blended together and it was looking really big. So just before I finished off, I added some of the Kerastase Elixir Ultimate into the mid-length and ends of my hair just so that it was nice and glossy looking and it didn't have any kind of frizzy parts either. And yeah, it just looks nice and silky once that's been put in. I decided to only wear earrings, and I wore these beautiful earrings from India Trend, and they are quite heavy but they are so stunning. So I wore those for my earrings, and then I just mixed random bangles that I had and put them on one hand. And in case you were wondering, my outfit is also from Anoki in Leicester. And that's the final look, you